Hello, 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 hello. Welcome to my latest video. In this video I will be discussing the mysterious codename Nintendo NX and third-party support. As most of you are aware of, the codename to Nintendo's next dedicated gaming system is the Nintendo NX, and that will be launching in March of next year, 2017, and it will be fully unveiled later this year. Now, so that's just a little bit about the mysterious codename Nintendo NX out of the way, just in case people didn't know what that was. But I'm going to be discussing not so much about the NX particularly, but rather I'm going to be discussing third-party support for the system. You see, EA, Electronic Arts, have briefly commented, Jesus, I can't even talk. EA Games have spoke about the Nintendo NX recently, and they said that they would develop games for the Nintendo NX if it made sense. So that's not really a yes or a no. That's not really EA coming out and saying, hey everyone, we're bringing Battlefield 1 and Mass Effect you know, to the Nintendo NX. It's pretty much up in the air whether or not EA will fully support the Nintendo NX. So of course, that raises the question, you know, will there be support? Will there be third-party support for the Nintendo NX? Will the Nintendo NX get games like...
I despise claptrap.
Holy shit.
And let us not delay.
Round one.
I recently downloaded Goro, and he is absolutely amazing. But it raises questions then, like EA's comments raises questions on whether or not the Nintendo NX will receive third-party support. And, you know, you're going to get people who will react to that in a very negative way. Like, you know, oh, it's doom and gloom, you know, the Nintendo NX will fail if it doesn't get third-party games. You know, Nintendo has to have third-party support. You're going to get people that are going to respond in that way. And I suppose really I wanted to make this video to, you know, to give my thoughts on, you know, third-party support for the Nintendo NX. Now, always, like, you know, I want my videos to be as interactive as possible, so, you know, feel free to let me know, you know, what you think of third-party support for the Nintendo NX. You know, what do you think of EA's comments about the Nintendo NX? You know, do you think we'll see third-party support for the Nintendo NX? Do you care? So let me know what you think in the comments. Now, here's what I think. I don't think it's... I think the success of the Nintendo NX down to whether or not it's going to get third-party support. I don't think that's the most important aspect, you know, of the Nintendo
Prince
NX.
Goro.
I do not know you.
Let's get better acquainted.
Round one.
I think all that matters for the Nintendo NX is for them to get the unveiling of this system perfect. And already they're showing signs of that, because they're not rushing the unveil. Like, they're not going to rush to E3 and rush the unveil of it. Like, they're going to be waiting until later this year, because we all know that Nintendo made mistakes unveiling the Wii U. A lot of people didn't know what the Wii U was, and that resulted in a lot of people, you know, not buying the Wii U. So I think what's important for Nintendo and for the Nintendo NX is for the unveiling of the console, the system, to go well, and for Nintendo needs to do a good job explaining to people just what exactly the Nintendo NX is, what exactly it can do. So they have to get the unveiling of this console perfect. Now after that, what's important for Nintendo is to make sure that there's a strong lineup of software, of good games available. You know, from Nintendo, by the way, from Nintendo, at launch and shortly after launch, and you know, and so on. You know, after launch as well, like, you know, well into the console's life cycle. Now the good thing is, everything I've just said there, everything I've just said that they should do, the current Nintendo president has pretty much assured all of us that that is what's going to happen. He is actually making sure that the NX is not going to be rushed, and he's doing that by unveiling the console later this year and obviously launching the console. I keep saying console, but just to clarify things, there's no guarantee that the NX is actually a console, by the way. It's referred to as a dedicated gaming system, so there's no guarantee that it will actually be a console. It could easily be a handheld. So I'm going to refer to it from now on as a system. So the current Nintendo president is making sure that that Nintendo aren't rushing things with the NX, that they're going to unveil the system later this year and launch the system next year. So you can see already that they are making efforts not to rush it, and that's a good thing, because you don't want to rush. You don't want to rush something. So that's important. That's more important to me than EA coming out and saying, "Oh, we love the NX and we're going to make every one of our games available at launch." Like, that's not important. It really isn't. What's also important as well, as I said, and Nintendo have come out and said that they're actually that they're going to do the following, which is making sure that a strong lineup of games are available at launch and after launch. So,
Final round.
Those kind of things are important. Unveiling the console properly, getting people excited for it, making sure that people know what it is, making sure that there's quality games available there for people to go out and buy and play. That's important. And I think as long as they do that, then I don't think anything else matters. I think people obviously what matters is the console or the system has to sell. You know what I mean? That, of course, that matters. But it will sell if they release quality games. If they give us a quality 3D Mario game, they give us a quality, Zelda game, which is coming, by the way. If they give us a quality Metroid game, and they give us their massive back catalogue of first-party games, then I don't think it matters whether or not we get Call of Duty or Grand Theft Auto, because here's the thing, right? I can get those games, and you can get those games, and we can all get those games on PlayStation or Xbox. So Yeah, man. I honestly don't think it matters if we get third-party support on the NX, or at least I don't think it's the fucking the end all of things. You know what I mean? Like, I mean, the success of the NX is not going to rest on whether or not it gets third-party support. There's other factors that has to be brought in there as well. Like, you know, because here's the thing, right? When the Wii U launched, it had fairly good third-party support. Like, it really did. You know, EA supported it, Ubisoft supported it, got a good bit of third-party support, right? And of course, it didn't sell very well, so third parties completely backed away. But the funny thing is, right, Wii U sales started to actually pick up as soon as Nintendo gave us quality Nintendo games. Like, as soon as we saw, like, you know, Super Mario 3D World and Mario Kart and Super Smash Bros. And Splatoon and Pikmin and so on and so forth. When those games got released, that's when you saw Wii U sales starting to pick up a little bit, right? So what does that go to show? It goes to show that third party games doesn't actually sell Nintendo consoles. It's actually first party Nintendo software that actually sell the hardware. So, you know what, sometimes when I upload videos on YouTube, I don't seem to be able to get what I'm trying to say out as much as I would have wanted, but I'll tell you how I cut long story short, basically. If you're still watching this video, if I haven't bored you already by now, let me just read out a post that I actually put up there on Facebook early on today, like in response to EA's comments. Like, this all started, for me, like, the reason I'm putting this video up is because EA have come out and said the following about the NX. And this is a quote now, right? "We would develop games for Nintendo NX if it makes sense." So that kind of, like, again, like, that raises a lot of question marks on whether or not we're going to see, you know, third-party support for the Nintendo NX, because those comments are not the kind of comments that would have you thinking, oh, we're going to get Battlefield, we're going to get Mass Effect. It's very kind of uncertain. Like, EA are uncertain about whether they're going to support the Nintendo NX, so that would get a lot of people questioning whether or not, you know, the NX is going to get third-party support from EA or the other companies. So I suppose I shared that article on my Facebook and I said a few words, and I suppose really those words are pretty much the whole point of this video. Like, so I suppose I'll read out what I said and I'll summarize the video, then I'll be putting into this video, and because this is all I really want to say about this, right? I said this: "I'm pretty sure gamers do not purchase their PlayStation or Xbox to play first-party games. I'm pretty sure they purchase these consoles to play third-party games. Look at your PS4 or Xbox collection right now. Tell me how many of your games are first-party. Not a lot, right? It's the opposite with Nintendo systems. Gamers do not buy Nintendo systems to play third-party games like Battlefield or Mass Effect. They buy them to play first-party games like Mario and Zelda. I could care less what EA do on the Nintendo NX. I have my PS4 to play their games, and I'll buy the Nintendo NX to play Nintendo games." So I hope those words kind of like clarify what I'm, you know, trying to communicate, really. And really, like, what that is, in summary, is like, I don't need third-party games on the NX. As long as I have Nintendo games on the Nintendo, can't even talk, on the Nintendo NX, you know, I'm happy enough with that. And as long as I can continue playing this game, Mortal Kombat, and other games like this, other third-party games like that on PlayStation, I think I'm happy. So, in short, as far as I'm concerned, PlayStation is a third-party console, Nintendo is a first-party console. So, you know, just to end it on this note, if there was one message that I would like to communicate with someone watching this video right now who's a bit concerned about third-party support on the NX. I would say this to them. Don't paint in your head, right now, don't paint a negative image of what the Nintendo NX is going to be just because it may or may not have third-party support. Like, don't base your decision to get excited for or to eventually buy the system based on whether or not it has third-party games. It's not really the end of the world, man. You know what I mean? Or woman, or whoever it is watching this video. It's not the end of the world. Like, it's not the most serious issue. You know, it's not, like, because there's a massive difference between, you know, a PlayStation 4 and, you know, the Wii U and the upcoming Nintendo NX. There's a massive difference because the PlayStation relies on third-party games. Like, you know, it has to have third-party games. So I got a viewer. Hello, lovely viewer. Thank you for checking out my video. It's becoming a trend lately. Every time I'm putting an end to my video, I get a viewer. So I'm just putting an end to the video, and I suppose what I'm really saying, and the point of my video, is it's not the end of the world if EA doesn't support the Nintendo NX, and if the Nintendo NX doesn't receive third-party support. It's not the end of the world, because I truly believe that Nintendo can exist without I got 2 viewers, holy shit, getting quite popular now. I think Nintendo can survive without third parties, but I don't think Sony or Microsoft can survive without third party games. Do you get me? They could easily survive, like Sony and Microsoft could easily survive without first party support, because they don't make a whole lot of first party games anyway compared to Nintendo. They rely on third party games. Like, at the end of the day, man, people go out, as I said, like, as I was saying earlier in my video, like, people don't go out and buy PlayStation so they can play first party games. They go out and buy PlayStation because they buy the big blockbuster third party games, and that's the reality of it. And people go out and buy those systems so they can play, you know, Call of Duty or whatever. They go out and buy those consoles because they want to play Mario and Zelda. So if it happens, and if we don't get any third party support at all on the NX, if it's just as bad as the Wii U or worse, I just don't see that being such a bad thing. Like, you know, I honestly don't. Again, like as I said earlier in the video, as long as Nintendo get the unveiling of the Nintendo NX system perfect, and they send a clear message to the consumers and say, this is NX, this is what it does, you know, these are the games coming out for it at launch and after. You know, if they get the unveil fantastically well, and people walk away from that unveiling and say, this is a pretty good system, you know, and they look at the games and say, these are pretty good games. And as long as they get the advertising and promoting and marketing right with the Nintendo NX, and it gets into as many homes as possible, then, like, that's all that matters, man. I mean, anyone who knows anything about Nintendo, and if you don't know much about Nintendo, do a bit of research. Look at their extensive catalogue of first-party games, man. It's absolutely amazing. They've got so many games. They got a lot more than what Sony have to offer, and a lot more than what Microsoft have to offer. They really do, man. Okay, so, like, Nintendo don't have to worry about, like, a lack of games. And not only do Nintendo have, like, a back catalogue of first party games, but they've actually, like, Splatoon is a brand new IP from Nintendo. Brand spanking new, man. you know. So like Nintendo don't really need to worry about third parties because they have their own first party games to keep them going. So, you know, let me know what you think. Now that I have 2 viewers watching this video, even though it's about to end right now, let me know what you think. What do you think about third-party support? Do you think that Nintendo need third-party support? Do you want third-party support from Nintendo? Do you like, how many consoles do you own? Like, do you own like a PlayStation or an Xbox and a Wii U or 3DS, or do you just own a Wii U or 3DS? Like, what do you own? Like, what's your stance on all of this? Like, I mean, for me, like, I have a PlayStation 4, like, so I can just buy any third-party game I want to buy, like, with no problem, and I can play my, you know, Wii U for Nintendo games, and that's fine. I have no problem with that, like, at all. So what do you think? Let me know in the comments. So yeah, man, in summary, to end this video, like, we don't know what's going to happen with the NX because it's still early days. We don't know if it'll receive better or worse third-party support than what the Wii U got. We just don't know. But I'm just saying, like, the point is, if we don't get third-party support, it's not the end of the world. It's not the end of NX. Like, it's not doom and gloom for Nintendo or the NX. It just means that we get to see more Nintendo games, you know, and we can just buy other consoles for third-party games, and that's just, there's nothing wrong with that. Like, you know what I mean? Like, PlayStation and Xbox are like third-party consoles. Nintendo's first-party console. It's just the way it's been for a very long time, to be honest with you. And can I just, actually, you know what, I'll end it with this interesting point. For anyone thinking that if Nintendo make a super powerful console, that's going to attract third parties, you're actually wrong. You are so wrong. For all those people watching, you know, Super Metal Dave 64's videos, or Obi-Wan videos, or any of those guys who just, like, continually report rumors that the Wii U is going to, or the NX is going to be a supercomputer, you know, console with amazing graphics and that's going to attract third parties. Well, you're wrong. If you believe that, you're only going to let yourself down. Because let me remind you something. That's all rumor, but let me tell you a fact. The Nintendo GameCube. Remember that console? That was the most powerful console of that generation. But did you see Grand Theft Auto on it? Did you see Final Fantasy? Like, the main Final Fantasy series on it? Did you see... like, did you see any, like, blockbuster third-party game on that system? Did you see Metal Gear Solid 3 on the GameCube? No, you did not. So no matter how powerful the Nintendo GameCube was, it still didn't receive the kind of third-party support that you would see on PlayStation or Xbox. So it doesn't matter how powerful the NX is going to become. That's not going to affect third parties. See, third parties have a very weird, strange and interesting relationship with Nintendo, and it all goes back to the original NES, the Nintendo Entertainment System. Because see, Nintendo monopolized the industry because they were the only real successful gaming company in the industry. So they kind of like monopolized the industry, where like they would make sure that their games had the better memory, had the better graphics, whatever else, and there was something to do with like some techno jargon, like something to do with lockout and chips or whatever else. But basically Nintendo made sure that they were getting the most money and they were making the better games. So third parties kind of got the short end of the fucking straw, like, you know what I mean, so to speak, like short end of the stick, whatever the saying is. So ever since that moment, like, you know, third parties didn't really kind of fucking, they weren't really overly fond of Nintendo. And when Sega came along then, like in the 90s, like kind of early 90s, mid 90s, third parties flocked, like they absolutely flocked to Sega. And when the PlayStation came along then, it was just, fuck you, Nintendo, do you know what I mean? Like, it was just like, whatever, like we're gone. And that's really when third party support ended for Nintendo, like, you know, because like Square Enix, they were called Squaresoft at the time, they were actually developing the next Final Fantasy game. At the time it was Final Fantasy VII. They were developing that for the Nintendo 64. They were actually developing that for the Nintendo 64, but they preferred PlayStation for a few reasons. The main reason was because PlayStation went with optical disc drives, CDs basically, whereas Nintendo stuck with cartridges. So there was a lot more like memory and space and whatnot on CDs. So Squaresoft felt that they could achieve better on the PlayStation, so they went to the PlayStation. So Nintendo lost big fucking third-party support there, because like the entire Final Fantasy series up until Final Fantasy VII was on Nintendo systems. The same with the Metal Gear series as well. There was only two Metal Gear games I think were on Nintendo platforms. But the same thing happened, like when Metal Gear Solid came along, like, you know, Konami and Kojima Productions, I don't think they were called Kojima Productions at the time, but, you know, Hideo Kojima decided to make Metal Gear Solid on PlayStation. So again, Nintendo lost out on a massive franchise there. So like, yeah, that's a bit of a history lesson there, like of you know, third parties and Nintendo. Like they've never had a good relationship. They've never ever had a good relationship. Nintendo and third parties overall, they just don't get on well. They can say whatever crap they want to say, like, you know, like EA continually come out and say like, we're massive Nintendo fans and we're in constant communication with them. Well, and they should have talking to the right people, like, because like, fucking hell, it doesn't look that way, like, you know, it doesn't fucking look that way from where I'm standing, like, you know. Battlefield 1 gets released, like, and there's no mention of a Wii U version or in an X version, and they come out and say that they're having communications. I mean, what kind of communication? Fucking small chat about the weather? Oh, it's a nice day, isn't it? Jesus, we're going to day out together now. You know what I mean? Like, what kind of conversation are fucking Nintendo and EA having? Like, so I don't care what EA say. Like, they want to be honest more, like, and they want to just come out and say, look, do you know what? We actually hate Nintendo. Because that's the reality of it, like, you know. So yeah, the third parties, they just don't like Nintendo, like, and I've explained why. It goes back to the early fucking 90s, like, you know. But so no matter how powerful the NX becomes, you know, like, it's not going to change the situation of third party support with Nintendo, okay? And it's supposed to, God, this video was meant to end like 10 minutes ago, like, and I kept on fucking going, like, but point of this video is me giving my opinion, my view on the third party support situation for the upcoming Nintendo NX system. Now, that, like, in saying that though, I want to hear what you think as well. Like, I want to hear what everyone thinks. Like, what do you support for the Nintendo NX? But for me, like, I just don't see it as a massive deal, as a massive problem, as a massive deal breaker, game breaker, whatever you want to say about it. I just don't see it being that bad, that serious, you know. Because if you're watching this video and you're a die-hard Nintendo fan, I mean, like, die-hard, like, you know better than I can fucking put into words then, like, you know, because fucking, like, you just know, like, you got Mario, you got Zelda, you got Metroid, you got all these great games, and you've got new IPs as well that Nintendo are actually fucking releasing as of late, like, so, like, as long as Nintendo invest in their own content and again, like, unveil the NX perfectly to the point where people know what it is, because they're fucked up with the Wii U, because a lot of people didn't know what the Wii U was. So as long as they unveil the NX properly, and as long as they do a fantastic job launching it and making sure that there's quality games available, then I don't think that we should be kind of like worrying whether EA bring the next Battlefield to the NX. Like, it's not that important. So I'm in a very talkative mood. I feel like I keep on fucking going and keep on talking, but there's nothing really else to say, really, is there? But I'm very intrigued, like, to hear what you think. Like, I don't want to be just doing all the talking and doing all the fucking. It's not just about me, like, and my opinions. Like, it's really like about kind of how do you feel about it, like, you know what I mean? Because if I can get people thinking, and I can get people, you know, because it's maybe like I would like to think, right? I would like to think that maybe I can add a different layer of thought process. What the fuck am I talking about? But if I can get people thinking in a different way, like, because I mean, I can guarantee you right now, I haven't checked, but I can guarantee you right now, if I go on to my internet browser right now, my phone, and I fucking type in NX and go on to Google News and see all these articles about what EA are saying, you can be guaranteed that people are already fucking jumping on the fucking doom and gloom bandwagon and saying, oh, NX is doomed, oh, it's not going to get no support, and the usual negative spin that gets put onto these things. And you know, if I can get you guys thinking in a different way, I feel like I can achieve something. I feel like I've achieved something by doing that. So let me know what you think, honestly. Like, I mean, do you feel differently about it now after watching this video? I don't know. Like, I just think, again, like, I just don't think it's that important if we don't get third-party support. You know? So that is basically that. It's not the end of the world, man. There's people right now that are fucking like raging at Nintendo because we haven't gotten Super Mario Galaxy 3, or because they hate Metroid Prime Federation Force in the 3DS, or because Zelda got delayed so long. I mean, here's the thing, right? What if Super Mario Galaxy 3 was a launch title? You know, what if Super Metroid 2, you know, what if Metroid went back to its origins and you got a direct sequel from Super Metroid? What if that was a launch title? As we all know, Zelda has become a launch title for the NX as well, or I think it's a launch title anyway. And the great thing about that is, like, you're going to get people that are going to put a negative spin onto that by saying, oh, but it's a Wii U game. The funny thing is, right, the game hasn't released yet. Like, you've got to understand, when that game gets released, it's been released on both the NX and the Wii U. So it technically speaking, it is technically an NX game. You can call it a port if you like, but technically speaking, it is a brand new game, and it's going to be an NX game. How can I explain what I'm trying to say? Because I'm doing a very bad job trying to explain things in this video. Let's take Grand Theft Auto 5 as an example. Okay? That game got released originally on the PlayStation 3 and the Xbox 360. And then when the PlayStation 4 and Xbox One got released, they made a port of that game, or as they call it, a remaster. Fair enough. A couple of more animals here and there, a couple of more fucking blades of grass in this field, and oh look at that, there's a puddle on the road. I'm not bashing GTA, don't get me wrong, I love that fucking game, even though I traded it in, but I didn't trade it in because I didn't like it. There's another story behind that, but I love GTA, man, and don't even try to attack me for saying that, because I actually I'll tell you a story about GTA myself, right? Grand Theft Auto is the reason I bought a PlayStation. I love that fucking game, man. My dad's friend's son had Grand Theft Auto, the original Grand Theft Auto on PlayStation, and I played it, and I fucking loved it. I didn't even know what a PlayStation was, to be honest with you. I just played this new console, played this game called Grand Theft Auto, fucking fell in love with it. I said, I said, Mother, Father, I am getting a PlayStation, and fucking I got it. I fucking got it, man. 2 seconds here now. I just gotta fucking. I just got a comment here from a guy. Sorry now to completely fucking go off track here. I'll get back to my little G8. Do you know what? I'll keep the stream going, will I? I got 2 viewers, so I think they're fucking still around. Then keep the fucking thing going. Keep talking. Why not? I just got I left a comment on that article there that I brought up there a while back in the video. That about what EA said about the NX, that they'll if it makes sense to them, they'll develop NX games, right? Well, I left a comment on the article. I'm not going to read it out again. I said it earlier on in the video. Basically, just saying, in a nutshell, basically saying that people don't buy the Xbox and PlayStation to play third-party games, but they buy Nintendo consoles to play Nintendo games. And then this guy leaves a comment. What do you guys think of this, right? He turns around and he says, the only reason I purchased Xbox One was for Halo and Gears of War. Now there's more to it too, but I'll add to it. What do you think of that? Do you think it's logical to buy a console that would cost you between 400 and 500 euro because of 2 game series? 2 games. Think about that for a second. And I know he's bullshitting, because I know for a fact he's going to go out and he's going to buy Witcher 3. He's going to buy fucking Battlefield, Call of Duty, Assassin's Creed. You know, he's going to buy all these big, massive blockbuster games as well. He cannot honestly come out here and say that he only bought 2 games for his console. And my point is, I'm not saying that he's not a Halo or a Gears of War fan, but I'm saying he cannot honestly tell me that those are the only games that he is going to buy and play, because that is bullshit. That is pure bullshit. I guarantee you, if he looked at his Xbox One collection, he would see more third-party games than first-party games. So I don't believe for 1 second that he only bought an Xbox One because of Halo and Gears of War. And then he goes on to say, if I could get third-party games on Nintendo, I'd forget about Xbox because Halo and Gears of War are getting bad. I don't even know how to respond to that part of I don't even know how to respond to that. I actually have no idea how to respond to that. How would you, watching this video right now, how would you respond to that? I'm thinking, I'm trying to respond to that, and I just, like, have no luck. So, so he says the only reason he bought an Xbox One was for Halo and Gears of War, even though he feels those games are getting bad. I'm not up there with Gears of War games. I'm pretty sure that there has yet to be a new Gears of War game on Xbox One. I don't know anything about Gears of War now, okay? I know one person on my Facebook feed who's a big Gears of War fan. He knows who he is. So if he could leave me a comment and let me know a little bit about Gears of War, I'd welcome that. But I'm pretty sure that there hasn't been a new Gears of War game on Xbox One yet. So why would he buy an Xbox One for a game that he feels is getting bad? I don't understand that, man. I know there was a new Halo game. I know there was Halo 5 on the Xbox One. But and how he would say that these games are getting bad. Like, I can't understand how he would drop his Xbox in favour of Nintendo. Okay, I'm really trying to put together what he's saying, because he literally makes no sense at all, man. He's basically, like, he starts off by saying the only reason I purchased Xbox One was for Halo and Gears of War. So he's saying that he doesn't care about third-party games. He only bought it for Gears of War and Halo. So he couldn't care less about third-party games. And now he's saying that if he could get third-party games on Nintendo, he'd forget about the only reason he bought an Xbox One. I don't know, man. Maybe I'm just tired. Maybe it's just too late in the fucking evening for me. Like, but I can't understand that at all, man. Let me know what you think of that, because I can't understand that at all. That just, to me, that makes no fucking sense. That doesn't make one bit of sense, man. Absolutely makes no fucking sense to me at all. Anyway, get back to my Grand Theft Auto, because I wasn't bashing Grand Theft Auto earlier when I was talking about the fact that got remastered on PlayStation 4. So let me, explain to you guys just how much of a Grand Theft Auto fan I actually am. Again, it was the reason I bought a PlayStation. I mean, do I need to go any further? I actually don't even need to go any further, but I will, just to assure you that I'm not bashing a game. Like the reason I bought a PlayStation. I mean, hello. That's how much I like Grand Theft Auto. I picked up Grand Theft Auto London, which was the expansion pack to Grand Theft Auto. This is before the days of the World Wide Web, no lads. This is before the days of DLC and fucking all this, like, do you know what I mean? Like, fucking, there was no day one edition or fucking whatever else. Like, this was old school, man. You have to go there and actually buy another disc, like an expansion pack, like, and you'd have to own the original Grand Theft Auto to play. So yeah, it was pretty fucking retro stuff, like, but got my hands on that. I fucking loved it. I love going around fucking London and the fucking the Beetle. It was a Beetle, wasn't it? It was a Mini. Not a Mini or a Beetle in it, but it was in the fucking the Union Jack fucking the Union Jack fucking flag over it. I hope I don't get fucking attacked by fucking Republicans now for saying this, like, but holy shit. Yeah, so yeah, going around London in the fucking Union Jack fucking Mini or fucking Beetle, whoever car it was. I love that. I love the music as well. See how I can talk passionately about these games. Like, what amazes me about people who say that Battlefield are the best games in the world or Call of Duty the best games in the world. If I sat that person down and I said, why do you like Call of Duty? Why do you like Battlefield? I'd love to hear the reaction. I'd love to see would they be as passionate and as interested about those games as I am. Because I could sit here, I could literally sit here and make an entire fucking feed dedicated to why I like Grand Theft Auto. And I could go into detail in terms of why I like Grand Theft Auto. In fact, the first one, I love the fact that you can fucking, I just love these fucking, these guys, these orange guys, as I call them. The orange party. I'd be fucking killed if it into the fucking there. But no, but they're orange people anyway. And they're in a line and they say this weird, what the fuck they're on about anyway. They're talking this gibberish anyway, I can never understand what the fuck they're saying. But I used to love knocking those fuckers down. Yeah, like, cause I mean, I was a violent motherfucker, like, back in the day, like. No, but no, seriously, I used to like fucking doing that. I used to like fucking finding the kill frenzies. Remember that kill frenzy? Just driving around the fucking city, man. It's just not giving a fuck about like missions or what you have to do in the game. Just getting into a car, actually robbing a fucking car, getting fucking the driver. Oh, farting as well. You could fart and burp as well with pressing L1. So I could go on, man, telling you why I like the original Grand Theft Auto. I like the cuts. There was, if I'm not mistaken, there was actually real life cutscenes as well. A brief kind of mini cutscene as well. The cheats. There was cheats as well for it, because back in the day I was a bit of a cheater, so I like the cheats as well. The music, the fucking radio stations, that was something completely new for me, man. Completely. I don't know how the fuck I went from talking about fucking third-party support for NX to call it the Grand Theft Auto, but there you go. I'm in a talkative mood. But yeah, man, that was the original Grand Theft Auto. Grand Theft Auto London, as I said, I used to like driving around in that mini fucking Union Jack in London. And there was one specific song that I fucking liked as well. But that was cool. Grand Theft Auto 2 was just so fucking different. I remember getting that. I picked it up inside Smith's toy stores. Don't know if you're familiar with that. If you're from Ireland, you do. If you're from the UK, I think it's in the UK as well. So it's basically a toy store, but they have a software zone as well that specialises in video games. But I was in there anyway. And so I was only a kid, for God's sake, like, you know, so I had a bit of pocket money with me. I don't know, might have been my birthday or Christmas or whatever else, so I had some money left over, and I was like, Mother, I'm gonna get this game. So got that anyway. I presume she got it for me, because I fucking doubt they fucking served me. It would have been about fucking, Jesus Christ, it would have been about 11 or 12, so I doubt they fucking served me GTA 2 anyway. So as you do, like, you get your mother to get you the fucking the 18 games, like, so that was grand. To be honest with you, I don't know if I like GTA 2. I don't know if I like that game, to be honest with you. I think there was a thing that introduced it was like a respect meter. Like you could get respect by gangs or whatever else. But I don't know, I wasn't too fond of GTA 2, no, I have to be honest with you. That's just me being honest, like, you know what I mean? I'm not going to love every fucking game, am I? But overall, like, the GTA series I love, like, but GTA 3. GTA fucking 3, and you're actually going to see a trend here now in a second. You're going to see a trend. Have you ever heard of the term system seller? This game is a system seller. Like Minecraft is a system seller. You put Minecraft on a console, it'll sell consoles. Grand Theft Auto is literally, like, personally, for me now, right? Because I've heard the term like GTA is a system seller, but that is true, man. And you're going to see a trend here. You're going to say, holy fuck, he's right here. GTA for me is a system seller. So let's continue. So GTA 2 wasn't too fond of it. Anyway, Grand Theft Auto 3. Well, let me just say, I heard about it, I read about it in gaming magazines. This is before I had the PlayStation 2 now. I said, ma'am, Christmas is coming up. I'm getting a PlayStation 2. Now, it wasn't that bad, like, I wasn't a fucking Jesus. I don't want people thinking I'm some spoiled fucking rotten child that would fucking beat my mother until I got a fucking PlayStation 2, like, and you get me a PlayStation 2, you're fucking dead, you know what I mean? It wasn't like that. No, I just basically said, look, you know, that's what I want for Christmas. So I was lucky enough that she got me a PlayStation 2 along with Grand Theft Auto 3. So, just like the PlayStation 1, my sole reason for getting a PlayStation 2 was to play Grand Theft Auto 3. And there's only one memory I'm going to give. I could give many memories of GTA 3, but I'm just going to give one memory. The first time that I got into a blue van in Grand Theft Auto 3, just specifically I can remember just this blue van, the graphics of PlayStation 2, the advancements of PlayStation 2, and especially the advancements from the original Grand Theft Auto to GTA 3 in terms of it was no longer top-down view. You weren't looking at a weird little pixel of the character. Oh my fucking god, man. I couldn't believe. Like, I had to question. I was there to myself, can I actually get into this van and drive it? Because it just looked so realistic. It didn't look like I could actually physically get into this van and drive it. So when I was driving down that van, I was like, oh my fucking god, this is amazing. Like, this is amazing stuff right there. Like, you know what I mean? I've come a long way, like, since GTA 1, like, you know, that was what I was thinking. So that's the only memory I'm going to give there. It's just like when I got into that van, I just realised then and there just how advanced, you know, not only how advanced the game was, but just the PlayStation 2 in general. That to me, like, was next generation. I got Grand Theft Auto Vice City for my birthday, and I remember that very well, actually. I just wanted to go home and play Vice City. Like, I remember I was in a restaurant in good old Cork City, where I'm from, and I'm not supposed to give personal details over the internet, but I couldn't give a fuck. I fucked the hell out of it. So, I'm from Cork City, boy. Cork City, boy. Do you know what I mean? Like, but yeah, I'm from Cork City. So there's this restaurant in Cork City. I'm in a pure talkative mood today. Like, anyone watching this who's just tuned into this video is like, what the fuck is he talking about? Like, but yeah, I'm just in a talkative mood. Like, so yeah, fucking Vice City. Anyway, yeah, I was in this restaurant in Cork City. It was called Tony's. Still is called Tony's Bistro. It hasn't been anywhere. Still fucking there. Tony's Bistro, a fantastic restaurant. I'd recommend it to anyone right now. Great food. I didn't get paid for that, by the way. That's just me genuinely recommending Tony's Bistro. So I was in there anyway, and I had the game already, man, and I just remember I just wanted to go home. I didn't even care about my meal. I just wanted to go home and play Vice City. So I got home later that day, and I remember just loving the fact that you could actually drive around in bikes, because the last time you could do that was the original GTA 1. So it's driving around in the bike and up and down the beach, you know, Vice City Beach, and being able to go inside the hotel as well at the start of the game. I fucking love that, man. Memory wise, you know what? That strip club, the strip club, that's it. I think anyone who knows Vice City will know what I mean by the strip club. Just that's it. Like that was my base. Like that was my go-to place. Like I don't care what else was happening around the game. I just went there, not because I was some filthy pervert who was looking at fucking strippers. Not just that. Like it was just that venue alone. The soundtrack, holy fucking Christ! The soundtrack is just, you just don't beat Vice City when it comes to the soundtrack. Oh my fucking God. Well, I sing a song for a laugh. I'm too embarrassed now. But there's a song, 99 Red Balloons. I'm convinced that was in fucking Vice City anyway. I think it was. Fucking better be anyway, because I'd be embarrassed if it wasn't. But I'm pretty sure it was anyway. There's many other ones too, like. But yeah, man. Oh my fucking God. GTA San Andreas. Oh my merciful Christ. Well, when did I get that actually? I can't remember what I got that for. Birthday. Not sure. But I got San Andreas, and I think what just blew me away by that game was just the scale of everything, the scale of the map, the scale of what you could do. Like you could fucking go into a pub and fucking play pool. You could go into an arcade. Oh my fucking God. There was darts too, wasn't there? Oh, was that fucking GTA 4? But there was so much to do in that game, man. What's the biggest memory now for me for San Andreas? I think now. Might have been the speedboats were in fucking Vice City. But just the scale of everything. But I hope I'm not boring, you know, like, but the reason I'm doing this is because I am a genuine Grand Theft Auto fan. I love Grand Theft Auto. So I spoke about 5 minutes ago, probably a fucking hour ago really, about the port of GTA 5, the remaster, and I don't want anyone thinking that I was trying to spin that in a negative way, because I wasn't bashing it. Like, I'm a genuine fan. Like, I get these so-called Call of Duty fans, these so-called Battlefield fans, these so-called Resident Evil fans, or whatever else. These just wannabe fans, like, and they're not fans. They go out there and they buy a game just because it's the latest game and because it's fucking, it's new and it's shiny and it's glossy and everyone around them is talking about it and they have to have it. I'm not one of those people. I'm not one of those people. You ask me why do I like GTA, and I can sit here for 40 fucking minutes straight and tell you why I like GTA. I guarantee you, those people who claim to be Call of Duty fans, whatever else, and they just play it because their friends play it, they couldn't tell you why they like that game. They just couldn't. Whereas I can tell you why I like GTA. So yeah, San Andreas was amazing. Now, I'm going to have to tell you a little brief backstory here now to GTA 4, because it just to explain to you. Remember what I said about System Seller? Remember that? So far now I bought 2 consoles so I could play GTA. I got original PlayStation 1 so I could play GTA, and PlayStation 2 so I could play the GTA 3. Now, the next console that I bought after the PlayStation 2 was the Nintendo Wii, and there's a long story to that. I don't know if I'd fucking tell you. Do you know what? That's a stream that I'll actually dedicate. That I would fucking dedicate that to eventually. But basically, I bought a Wii over a PlayStation 3. Yeah, and that's basically that. So, and I started to become, I'm not going to lie to you, I was 100% a Nintendo fanboy. I'm not anymore, no, I am not anymore right now, okay, just to make that clear. Look at the game that's fucking in the background right now. Poor Kong Lo is ready to collapse, I say, at this stage. He's been standing in the same fucking position for about 2 fucking hours. Sorry, Kong Lo, sorry about you. But that game right there is Mortal Kombat. It's on the PlayStation 4. So I am no longer a Nintendo fanboy. I was. The main word in this entire video is was. Okay? I was a Nintendo fanboy when I had the Wii. And I mean, I would attack Sony and Microsoft. Not literally, physically. Like, I wouldn't go up to fucking Sony's offices and attack the fuck out of them. I mean, verbally, kind of, you know what I mean. So I would attack Sony and Microsoft, like, you know, every fucking opportunity I had, man. I was just so, because, you know, the Nintendo Wii was such a fucking underdog, like, you know what I mean? It was just, I mean, it couldn't compete graphically. You know, it didn't have all the great games. I mean, what do you expect me to do? I had to be on the defensive, like, or the offensive as well. I mean, I had to attack these fucking companies. You know what I mean? I had to, like. But anyway, I was like, fuck Microsoft, fuck Sony. They can suck my fucking balls. I couldn't give a fuck about them. Do you know what I mean? That was my mentality. But this is kind of confusing now, really, right? But I wanted Resident Evil 5. Now, I know I said that that GTA was a system seller, but you will see my point in a second. I decided that I wanted an Xbox 360. So I went out and bought an Xbox 360 because it was mainly so I could play Resident Evil 5. Because that's another game series I love, and I didn't want to miss. I didn't want to miss the next Resident Evil because Resident Evil 5 wasn't on the Wii. But again, that also wasn't on the Wii, was Grand Theft Auto 4. So basically, I had the 360, and I was kind of waiting for GTA 5 to come out, like. But I knew that, or I was waiting for Resident Evil 5 to come out, sorry, and I knew that GTA 4 was coming out. So I was like, fuck it, man, I'm getting it. I'm not going to miss my opportunity to play fucking the next GTA game, you know? So, being the Nintendo fanboy that I was, and fuck Microsoft and fuck Sony and fuck all those games, wasn't going to change my fucking, wasn't going to change my opinion on Grand Theft Auto, man. Still went out, man. I bought GTA 4 on the Xbox 360. So, yeah, man. My memory of the last mission. Anyone who knows GTA knows GTA 4. They will know what I fucking mean. Memory, the last fucking mission. Thankfully, I can say I completed it. Thankfully. The last fucking mission. The last fucking mission. The last fucking mission. The last fucking mission. No, I haven't cracked up, but I cracked up when I was fucking playing it. Oh my god. There's hard and there's hard, and there's the last mission in GTA fucking 4. Let me just say that. So that's a memory that I'll leave it at that. Also, his name is Nico. I haven't played it in a while now. Nico Bella, isn't it? I haven't played that game in a while now, so don't fucking insult me if I haven't. His name is Nico, isn't it? Nico. Yeah, but Roman Reigns. But I know his cousin Roman would fucking text him. You want to go bowling? I never once went bowling with him. Not once, like. Fuck him, like I either did my own thing, like, or else I did missions. I never really kind of answered the phone to that fucker, like, you know, work my head. But yeah, so that was that. Now, moving on to GTA 5. Bear in mind now, I'm still a pretty much kind of a Nintendo fan. But, well, let's just say, like, the whole way through, almost the entire life cycle of the Wii, I resented Sony. And again, that's something that's fucking should be dedicated to a live stream eventually, of why I did resent Sony. But I fucking hated Sony with a fucking passion, man. With a fucking passion. Let me just tell you that, right? And there was no way I was getting the PlayStation 3. Like, I was like, fuck off, not getting a PlayStation 3, suck my fucking balls, Sony. You know what I mean? No PlayStation for you. Was pretty much my reaction. So, but at the same time, GTA 5 reveal trailer, the launch trailer, I was like, I'm getting that game. I don't care what console it comes out on. I don't care what console it doesn't come out on. I'm fucking getting that game, man. So I went out, man. I bought a PlayStation 3. It was the PlayStation 3 GTA 5 bundle, just so I could play GTA 5. Oh my fucking god, man, that game was absolutely amazing. I think what I liked, Trevor. Let's just say Trevor. Memories of Trevor. Holy shit, man. Where do I start with Trevor, like? Jesus, merciful Christ. He makes the game, like, he makes that game altogether. But, so yeah. So that was a bit of a long fucking backstory there, like, but you know what? I just wanted to show people that I am a GTA fan, genuine GTA fan. I've been a fan since the very beginning, and I think I pretty much explained, you know, why I like that game. Anyway, What the fuck was I talking about now? That's the thing. Fucking. Oh yeah, I was talking about one of the games that is more or less confirmed for the NX. To get back to the NX again, holy shit, man! The whole point of this fucking video on third parties and whatnot. Oh my god. I think I was talking about potential launch games. Yeah. I was saying, like, what if we got like Super Mario Galaxy 3 at launch, and what if we got Metroid, you know, at launch, and what if we got, like, you know, I think Zelda is pretty much confirmed as launch. I don't know, but what I was saying basically is Zelda coming to both the NX and the Wii U at the same day is completely different to what Rockstar Games did with GTA 5, because they released that game on the PS3, and there was a pretty big gap, you know, in time between the PS3 release and the PS4 release. A pretty big gap, like. So, and myself included, like, I cleared that game. Like, I played and I cleared GTA 5 on PS3. So I've experienced that game. I knew what that game was. I knew the story, the ending, everything about it. Gameplay, the whole game, I was familiar with. So by the time it came to the PS4, I was like, by the way, I bought it on PS4 as well, by the way. I just couldn't resist. I just couldn't fucking resist. It's not the reason I bought a PS4 though, you know, because it's the same fucking game, like. But no, I got it, man. I just fucking said fuck it, like. Do you know what I mean? I got it. So the story with that remaster is it's first of all it's debatable whether or not to call it a fucking remaster, like, because it's I don't think you can remaster a PS3 game. I don't give a fuck what you say. What anyone says. You can't remaster a PS3 game. The PS3 is a high definition console. The PS4 is a high definition console. You can't remaster it. You just can't. You can add in a couple of fucking tattoos and fucking the characters' fucking arms, hair, and add in a couple of fucking blades of grass in that field or whatever else you want to fucking do, like. But it's just not enough, like, for someone to say, hey, this is a full-on remaster. It's just fucking not, man. It's not. But I got it anyway, nonetheless. And I just want to make the difference, like, between the remaster of GTA 5, so-called remaster under GTA 5 and PS4, to, like, Zelda coming to Wii U and NX, because it's been released on the same day. So as far as NX owners would be concerned, when they buy the NX version of Zelda, it's a brand new game, man. So you know what I mean? It's a brand new fucking game. Like, you can't really say, like, it's, you know, it's just as much as an NX game as it is as a Wii U game, is what I'm basically saying. Do you know what I mean? So the point anyway, about fucking 2 hours ago, was fucking, like, they mightn't get third party support, but can you really argue with the potential of Super Mario Galaxy 3, a new Metroid, and a brand new Zelda, you know, coming out on launch? Like, can you really, like, that's fucking, yeah, that's just an example of some of the so there's no guarantee that Super Mario Galaxy 3 and Metroid are going to launch with the NX, but I'm just saying, like, Nintendo has got such a massive fucking lineup of first party games, man. I just don't think they need third parties. I'm fucking yawning, I'm tired. It's been a weird video, hasn't it? Let's end it with Goro trying to kill Kung Lao.
Round 1. Fight.
By the way, a fun fact, anyone who's a fan of the old Mortal Kombat Conquest TV series that was on Bravo, I don't know if you're aware of the ending, but spoiler alert, Kung Lao dies, and in fact everyone fucking dies, really. Shao Kahn kills every single one of his enemies. But did you know that Kung Lao wasn't actually meant to die like that? It was meant to be a dream. But the creators of the series had no money for a second series, so they pretty much just scrapped the fucking thing and just had Shao Kahn kill off every single fucking cast member and just end the series then and there. But what was originally meant to happen was this dude here, Mr. Four Arms himself, Goro, was actually meant to fucking kill Kamino, because that's what happened in the original games. And that's actually how that's how Goro became a champion of. Oh, I wonder what his finishing move is. I wonder. Peekaboo, that sounds fucking interesting. Shao Kahn amputation. I'm gonna try the fucking thingamajig. I'm gonna try close, back forward, down, circle, close. Back forward, down, circle, close. I'm gonna fuck it up, aren't I?
Goro wins. Fatality.
Well, that's a nice. On that note, I hope you enjoyed my my very long, boring fucking stream. Yeah, I'm going to end this stream right about now. And yeah, man, it's fucking weird, but yeah, weird fucking video this was. But yeah, goodbye. Story.